Hello, I'm TheZOMBIEJ. Change of scenery? Whatever. What's up, dogs? Woof, woof, woof. Anyway. Water. Boring, but whatever. So I want to talk about Galidor real quick. This is not the best topic for a Lego video, Lego related video, considering Galidor is, well, is it really Lego? Well, I mean, it is a Lego line, so yes, it's Lego. But the connection points are ratchet joints. Well, the ratcheted joints that have, you know, the little pin connect thing that you connect into the joint and ratchet around. That's basically the gist of it. But for the most part, actually for the entirety of these sets, that's all that it is. There's no other connection points anywhere besides that one connection point for the joints. And this is true for all parts of the sets. The story of Galidor is a weird one. It's basically centering around this dude named Nick Bluetooth. Yeah. And his friend, I guess his girlfriend, I don't know, Allegra. What the fuck kind of name is that? That's the name after the medicine or whatever. And they have to travel to the edge of the universe, and it's later found out that Nick is actually from Galidor, so he's not necessarily a human. You got characters like Euripides and Jens, who's a plant robot dude. Euripides is the frog guy with the spear staff thing. There's also Nepal, which is this short guy who was a tall guy, then got turned into a short guy because Gorm, the main bad guy, the main antagonist, pissed him off, and so now he decided to turn him into a short guy and decided, well, Nepal hates Gorm because of this, and so he joins the resistance. And so there was also a villain. It was a creature of some sort called Uni, which I had a lot of the sets, actually. I even had the weird spaceship thing. Looks like a big fucking basketball or whatever. The thing is, the landing gear for that thing was actually the same. It was similar to the feet that, like, you could well, you can't really put them on any of the figures because it was a rubber ratcheting joint thing, connection point. And the wings you could probably put on Nick Bluetooth. These sets were weird and kind of sick, as well, as you are basically taking these action figures, dismembering them, and putting parts on here. It's like, what the fuck is this? This is just a weird abomination of a franchise. The toys, well, obviously they sold because people bought them. I got them back in 2002 when they were released. I think it was 2002. And, woof. And, these were just weird abominations of mankind, and I did not like them, to be honest. I mean, I liked them for a time, but looking back on it, it's like, well, I'm glad I got rid of them, because I think Bionicle is the superior franchise, clearly. And, Galidor will forever remain a footnote in the annals of Lego history. That's just the truth. So, it did not last long. It didn't even last like a full year, I don't think. So, it did not last as long as you would think. There was like one season of the show. It was like 20-something episodes, 26, 28, I don't know, I don't remember. You can actually find it on the archive, the Internet Archive. Just type in Galidor, and you'll probably find it. It's one season, as far as I know. I still haven't watched it. I mean, I tried watching it on TV back then, but then my mom shut it off because she didn't like what she was watching. And it's like, you know what? We probably dodged a bullet with that one, because the show was pretty fucking corny from what I've heard and from what I've seen like, at least in the intro portion. Yeah, and some still shots. Yeah, it looks pretty 90s for a show from 2002. Seriously, this was a show that was, and also the character, or the aliens were all resembled, like they were all rubber suits, guys in rubber suits with, you know, like Super Sentai or whatever. So, the show was just kind of weird, apparently. I still need to watch it, but I'm not expecting much out of it, other than it's 90s for a 2002 show, and it's Galidor. There was one set that was kind of coveted the most out of all the sets that were released for Galidor, and that was the Keck Powerizer. I never got it, but you can find it on eBay for like $20 or something, which is pretty fine. Maybe even less than $20. I don't know. Nobody collects Galidor anymore. Who is this for? Because literally you're dismembering characters and replacing the dismembered limbs with other limbs, and it's like even heads, and it's like, this is disgusting. This is morally gross. It's weird. And this was a series that was being marketed to kids in 2002, and it's like, what the fuck? I mean, really, this is disgusting. I mean, Jang Bricks finally did a video on Galidor like a couple years ago, and well, he did 2 videos, and they were both fine. They weren't the best videos that he recorded, but whatever. Yeah, Galidor definitely was kind of Lego shooting themselves in the foot, but there was definitely some. It was different. Okay, it was different from Bionicle. It was different from obviously all the system stuff, and it was just Lego kind of, you know, expanding their horizons a little bit. And, you know, expanding, you know, what they wanted to do. They wanted to try something different here and there. They wanted to try this idea, and they kind of went full toot boogie on it. And it kind of sucked. I mean, let's be honest. It failed. It failed. It was a failure of a franchise. Bionicle definitely was the superior one. And it kept going for a total of 9 years, or 10, depending on, well, a lot of things. And Galidor only lasted 1. Not even 1. It only lasted for 2002, and that's it. Such a shame. It had potential, really did. Hell, the marketing was pretty alright for the most part. They even had a GBA game for it. That's right, a Game Boy Advance game. It was just called Galidor Defenders of the Outer Dimension, and that was the full title of the franchise. Galidor Defenders of the Outer Dimension. And I haven't played it yet, and I don't think I want to, because I don't want to be disappointed any more than I already was. Because let's face it, Galidor is not the greatest Lego theme. It never was meant to be. It never will be. And if Lego was to try to bring it back in any way, shape, or form, they would have to resort to ball joints, obviously, because ball joints are better than what they had for Galidor. So, but it clearly it wasn't going to work because, you know, I don't think many people bought these sets because, no, that's not Lego. That's not Lego. I remember Legos being bricks and the clutch powers. That's Lego. That's Lego. Yeah, well, you say the same about Bionicle, but Bionicle is more Lego than Galidor. Wake the fuck up, you bunch of idiots. I mean, come on. Galidor was kind of weird. It really was weird. It was weirder than Bionicle, but at least Bionicle had a better story. Even though it got really convoluted in later years, and I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, Galidor definitely had its problems. It definitely had potential. It just wasn't fully realized, or it wasn't realized at all in some cases. Yeah, it just ended up being another, you know, footnote in the annals of Lego history. And you know what? Lego was probably proud of what they were able to accomplish with Galidor, but the choices of names for some of the characters was just very fucking cringe, very fucking stupid, and also made them look bad in a way. So, because they used Bluetooth, which was the name of a software, I think, as, you know, Bluetooth connectivity or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Not familiar with it. Well, I've heard of Bluetooth stuff, whatever. And Allegro is obviously named after a medicine. And then there's Jens, who's the plant robot guy, and has a girlfriend who's a plant, and it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Gorm, and you know what? The sets were very weird, yes. They went even further with Nick and Gorm by having ultimate versions of them as separate releases. And you know what? There was an unreleased set as well from Galidor that was not released, obviously. It wasn't released, but we got a picture of it, and I think someone actually owns the physical toy. The problem is it real? Was there really a missing Galidor toy, or was it just people being bullshit? I'd like to choose the latter, but you never know. So, Galidor, while I only had a fair number of the sets, and I didn't really care to get the little McDonald's versions, obviously, those looked like shit. Like, seriously, there were some Lego, some McDonald's toys tend to be shit anyway. But the Galidor ones, there's these mini Galidor, like, Happy Meal toys, I guess. Was it McDonald's or was it Burger King? I don't remember. Don't fucking care. Those were worse, obviously. They looked like shit, and they were always meant to be shit. So, there you go. I did listen to the opening theme for Galidor. I even posted it on my YouTube channel. Go check that out. And it's alright. It's decent electronic, symphonic stuff, I guess. I don't know what to call it. There was some guitar in there, I guess. But it's alright. I mean, the soundtrack for Galidor, the TV show at least, it might have been interesting had it been released as like a separate thing, or if someone was able to rip it from the show and post it online. That would have been nice too. Either way, we don't have any way of knowing if the soundtrack was good or not unless people have watched the show and can really discern for themselves. We do know the composer's name, though. Andrew Powell, I think was his name. So, that's cool. So while Galidor wasn't necessarily the greatest of franchises to come out of Lego, It was definitely something new, it was definitely something innovative, it was definitely something interesting, and it was also pretty fucking cringe. It was terrible, let's be honest. It wasn't really going to stand the test of time, even nowadays in 2024. It just wasn't going to work. So, I mean, nowadays, you could probably find all the sets on eBay for a decent amount of money, if you're willing to spend that much money on, you know, subpar toys. But hey, at least it has that Lego quality. But that Lego quality doesn't mean shit if the sets themselves aren't that good. I mean, seriously, there's not much you can do besides swap the body parts, and that just sounds like you're putting together a mass Frankensteining these things. It's like, ugh, Lego. Ugh, it's like, what were you thinking, Lego? This was just, I mean, yeah, you could do the same thing with Bionicle sets, you know, Frankensteining them together. But at least there's more creativity there. At least there's more parts to make up an arm and a leg than Galidor with just one or two pieces. I mean, seriously, Galidor was kind of shit, to be honest, in terms of playability. I mean, yeah, with the little wing things that that Nick Bluetooth had, I think, and also that ship had. You could fire off missiles, I think, and that's basically it. Other than that, there's nothing really you can do besides posability and having fun that way. And it's like, that can only last for a certain amount of time before it gets a little boring and stupid, and I don't want anything to do with it. So, while Galidor had its problems, it definitely deserved to be part of the Lego ethos. Like, it was part of the Lego, words cannot find. It was definitely Lego, but it was just less Lego than Bionicle. And Bionicle was 100% Lego. Because Lego parts are 100% compatible with Bionicle parts. To where Galidor, not at all. You can't connect anything that is Lego, like a stud, into a Galidor piece. You could with Bionicle. You could mix Galidor and Bionicle together to create something stupid, but it would still look like a horrendous mess, and it would look sloppy, and it would look like shit. I'm sure people have made mocks dedicated to making Galidor mocks themselves. I mean, you could combine parts from different Galidor sets together and make mix and match shit and make the craziest abomination you possibly fucking can. But it's, I mean, mock making with Galidor is pretty much non-existent at this point. I mean, you can only take it so far before it starts to look ridiculous and starts to be, well, not worth the time, to be honest. To where with Bionicle mock making and construction mock making in general, there's a lot of creative shit out there that can be done with construction. Trust me, I've done some creative shit. You probably have done some creative shit with your Bionicle mocks. If you have done so, let me know in the comment section below. Galidor, at the end of the day, it was something that made us collectively do this. And think to ourselves, what the fuck happened? What kind of drugs were they on when designing this? When coming up with Galidor? It's like, why? What's the reason for Galidor's existence to make money? It was an experiment. That's all it was. It was just like, well, we got this one good thing going on with Bionicle. Let's see what this can get us. And, well, still got them some money, but not much. And it got them a TV show, got them a video game, got some advertising, got some Happy Meal toys, and a subpar story. If you like Galidor, that's cool. I'm not going to judge you for liking Galidor over Bionicle. Well, maybe I will, but you know. Bionicle definitely was far superior to Galidor in every which way possible. If you disagree, you're a moron. Seriously. Bionicle had a way better story and clearly had a massive amount of appeal to it. To where Galidor had no appeal. It really didn't. Because let's face it, dismembering human-esque and alien-esque creatures and putting different parts here and there, this is kind of stupid. To where with Bionicle, you can actually do more. Way more. And have fun with it too. I do apologize for the dogs barking, but yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and who knows, maybe I'll get a Galidor set, maybe I'll get the Keck Powerizer just as a joke, but for now, it's going to stick with Bionicle, and that'll be it. Maybe I'll talk about Robo-Riders, Slicers, Throbots. Ugh, yeah, I'll talk about that at some point. I've actually seen them at a resale shop, so stay tuned for more videos. I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day, and peace.